Hey guys, this is Invisible Joe over here, and welcome back to another Axe-Boy video. And in today's match, we are going to be playing against a team full of stunners. Like, as you can see, there is an Enchantress and a Forward in this game. And, like, playing against stunners is pretty annoying. Like, stunners aren't necessarily strong, like when everyone comes to try and stun you, but it is just so annoying and it blows my brain cells out trying to battle against multiple stunners at the same time. So I'm going to go after the the doctor over here. And in the last video, like I mentioned about when you plant a tree, if you face a character against a certain direction, then the two souls will appear in the direction your character is facing when you plant the trees. And that is actually going to come into play in this match. Alright, anyways, I'll go back to that later. So I'm going to continue to go after the doctor over here. And I unfortunately missed opportunity to hit her up close. But still I managed to hit her once over here, and I already saw the forward is already like nearby prepared to stun me. And I'm already like, oh no, this is going to be pretty tough. And here I managed to use an opportunity, like I saw that opportunity, so I'm going to down the doctor, but the forward is still nearby and I still have to deal with the forward. And I planted a tree as I wanted to stun him with a soul, but unfortunately, by the time the cooldown has passed, I already missed the opportunity to hit him with a soul. But thankfully, he cannot stun me in this angle, so I managed to hit the forward once. But since like the forward dash cooldown time is so fast, he ended up stunning a second time before I even chaired the doctor. And I'm pretty annoyed because I think that one forward dash is already hard to dodge, and so it's even more annoying when I manage to dodge the forward dash once, only for him to dash at me a second time before I even manage to chair the survivor in the first place. And you can see the Enchantress also came to help, and at this point I'm getting pretty annoyed and panicking a bit because like there are two stunners and I know this would be bloody, and it just burns my brain trying to like deal with multiple stunners. And the doctor self-healed and got herself up, but yeah, I was panicking and things are pretty chaotic and I didn't even realize until now. So I'm going to change and try to down the forward with a soul, and thankfully I managed to get the forward down. And really, like Axe-Boy without level 2 ability is a massive difference, because level 2 ability makes it so strong that the Axe-Boy is also strong at hunting with his level 2 ability. And I hit the Enchantress once, but you can see something like weird happened over here. So she stunned me once, and I went to hit her, but for some reason it counted me as hitting at a chair. I have no idea why. Like sometimes I don't get the judgment of Identity 5. But anyways, I'm going to face towards the forward, so the souls will appear near the forward, and I estimated where I think the forward is, and I immediately hit him. So yeah, you can see that knowing how to control where the souls spawn will help you a lot. And now the forward, I'm going to chair the forward a second time over here, and well, a second I'm going to chair her over here. And while I'm chairing her, but like this doesn't mean things things are looking good for me, because the doctor is going to heal the Enchantress over here, and you can see right now there are only 2 ciphers remaining, so things are looking pretty bad for me right now actually. Like this persona doesn't have like the tension, so if I don't secure this early game, it's over late game. And I even like the Enchantress even dodged my soul, but thankfully I managed to down the forward the moment he's off the chair. And you can see the doctor is so aggressive that she wanted to heal the forward in front of me, and I was like, whoa, that's so aggressive. And at this point I'm panicking because the doctor can heal pretty fast, and I accidentally like clicked the wrong button, and I ended up like picking up the forward. And when I made another mistake that I hit the doctor and the forward dashed off. And I was panicking pretty hard like when the doctor is so aggressive. And thankfully I managed to hit the Enchantress behind over there, so both the forward and the Enchantress are in half health. But I know that I have to somehow get both of them down, otherwise that I cannot chair anyone at all. And I'm going to choose to allow the doctor to stay on the ground, because the doctor cannot self-heal anymore, meaning that I don't really have to worry about herself healing up. And here I thought I can chair Enchantress, but yeah, that happened. So you can see how annoying it is dealing with multiple stunners at once, especially when the forward like stunned me and then Enchantress immediately used her free layer guard to make another long stun off me, and it's so annoying. And I managed to get Enchantress down, and since I saw the forward running away, so I know that I'm safe to chair the Enchantress, but like I'm worried that the forward is still by the graveyard and will stun me if I return to the graveyard. So I ended up like chairing the Enchantress further away. Not really sure if it's the best decision, but that's what I chose to make. And the thief went here. It is the thief that's self-healing. No, it's healing the doctor. And I'm gonna hit the thief once, but I ended up mess up because like I got a bit too impatient, panicked a bit, and I ended up like pressing the wrong button. I meant to use the path, but I ended up like doing a charged attack. So, but thankfully, like I planted a tree that I hit the thief, and yeah, the Enchantress is going to stun me a second time. You can see there's only one cipher remaining, and actually normally the last cipher is almost primed, but like in this game the last cipher was far from primed, and I would guess it was because like when since the doctor went down and I did not care, so the doctor cannot like decode, and then the forward ran away and did not decode, like he cannot find a cipher that fast. And then when the thief came to decode, heal the doctor, it means that there's no one decoding at all. Like, and here I made a mistake when I hit the doctor, but the Enchantress cancelled out my mistake when like she used her 1-stack guard. So yeah, I guess with Enchantress nerf, it really helps because like with the wrong time, the Enchantress guard can potentially backfire. And here, look, watch, the forward stunned me again, and luckily he did not stun me against the wall, otherwise like I would have exploded. And this also like verifies what I thought, no one was decoding. The doctor went down on the ground, the thief went to heal the doctor, and the forward sort of like was running around, so no one was left decoding. And thankfully that like the survivors aren't that organized. In an organized team, the last cipher is already done. I'm gonna double hit the doctor over here, and the last cipher is still not yet done. And the forward is over there, so I know that I have to like sort of hit the forward. Like I'm not going to chair the doctor because again, since the doctor doesn't have self-heal, I don't really need to chair her at all. I can just leave her on the ground and she cannot decode at all. And I'm going to hit the forward run once over here and scare him off. And I'm going to like sort of look around to see whether I can find which cipher is being decoded. And you can see that right now, like I cannot see any ciphers being decoded. And yeah, because like these survivors aren't communicating, like they're probably not in a Skype call or something like that. Because if they are, then they probably would have communicated which cipher to open, and probably the last cipher is already off by now. And I saw that someone is decoding by the shack, so I'm going to plant a tree over there. And at this point, that cipher is more than half done. But the thief made a mistake over here because he did not turn his camera, meaning that he cannot see the trees being planted, and he did not see that soul at all. And I'm going to chair the thief at the basement to like make it harder to save, because the thief has a self-heal, so I don't want him getting up himself. And you can see that the forward picked up the doctor over here, and I'm going to rush back so that they cannot decode that cipher or they won't have a chance to heal themselves up. But thankfully, like with Peeper, I saw exactly where they're going. And you can see that I personally believe Peeper works the best with the Axe-Boy, not even Blink. And I managed to locate the doctor over here. And I saw the forward running towards like the gate, but I chose to like not go after him and just sort of hang back to defend, to like sort of like camp the thief and the doctor from a further distance, because I don't want that like when I go to the gate to look for the forward, only for the forward to immediately go and save the thief, and it will have been a massive waste of a pretty good situation. So I'm just going to wait till the thief to chair time to be over, and you can see the doctor almost like bled out, and I'm gonna wait till the doctor bled out before I going to go after the fort. And yeah, like, sorry for those who hate slugging. Like, I also hate slugging, but I believe that like slugging at that point is better, because if I chair the doctor, it actually opens the door. Like, because I believe it is better to leave a person without self-heal on the ground than chairing them. Because if you chair them and someone else saves them, then that survivor is available to decode. Like, comparingly, like, it takes longer time for other survivors to save a survivor from the ground than from the chair. So that's why I chose to leave the doctor on the ground. And I finally located where the fort is over here, and he's going to carry me around, but honestly, I don't really care if he escaped through the dungeon, because like, this match is the match that decides whether I'm going to be in tier 4 or not. And at this point, I already secured my spot in tier 4. So I don't really care like whether this is a 3-kill match or a 4-kill match at all. And hold on, I'm gonna plant another tree and have the souls spawn near him, and he's going to go down. So hold on. So you can see that controlling where the souls spawn really helps you a lot. And yeah, I'm going to bring him to the dungeon. Like, normally I don't let people go. Normally I'm pretty ruthless and I want to let the last survivor escape, especially if they stun me the entire match. But for some reason, like, I'm in a forgiving mood in this match. Like, I feel to forgive, and I'm feeling to letting the survivors go. So I'm gonna let him go, even though he stunned me the entire match. And that's pretty much game. So guys, this is my match against a team full of stunners, and it's annoying and bloody as hell, but I still won. And hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you in the next video. See ya!